Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me, as usual, is my co-host, Joel Meyer. How are we doing tonight, bud?
Fairly well. We're recovering from another good weekend. Saturday, killed it in hockey, as we'll get into. Then I went to this goth post-punk 80s thing at a club afterwards. So now I've got the Cure Not in Love stuck in my head for the past 2 days. And Sunday, what happened Sunday? Not much happened on Sunday. I ordered a couple of burritos and a quesadilla and loaded them up with hot sauces and peppers and just knocked me the fuck out at like 9:00 p.m. It was just crashed on the couch watching a show, and 15 minutes later I was gone and slept till like 2 a.m. And then the rest of the night I was on the toilet basically. So I knew it was coming. Like I knew that was gonna be my night, but whatever. Whatever. It was worth it. Those were some fucking good Mexican food. So yeah, good weekend.
Yeah, you got to pay the price for it sometimes. I had some Indian food last night. I was thinking about you, so that was some good stuff there by a place by me. But yeah, good weekend in hockey, as you said. Flyers game Saturday was great. Michkov looking re-energized after the break. Goal 2 assists against McDavid and company there. So yeah, we'll get right into that. But for top of the show,
all the Russians seem to be very, very motivated. Like they're still pissed off because of the Four Nations thing. Like Vasilevsky, Kucherov, Vetchkin.
And Draisaitl, I mean, German. I'm not sure if Pasta did anything. The Bruins lost to the Ducks, but I mean, all those guys that couldn't go, we're like, all right, let's show them up.
Yeah.
All right, make sure you're subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify, as well as leave us a 5-star rating and review or listen to your podcast there. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. Follow on Twitter at HockeySGPN. Let's get right into the puck buck bets from Saturday. A very, very positive day for both Joel and myself. I went 6-1, up 115 puck bucks. Joel went 8-3, up 124 puck bucks here. Minnesota started the day. I saw Detroit was up 4-1 or something. I counted that as a loss, and then I saw the
3-1.
3-1 was? All right, because it was a 4-3 final, but it was I saw Dylan Larkin was pointing to the scoreboard at Joel Eriksson-Ek in the penalty box, and that turned out against his favor. So Minnesota pulled that one out. I think they're playing again tomorrow, so we'll get into that. Washington, no doubt about it. 8 goals against the Penguins. Ovi didn't get any in that game. He got a hat trick the next game, though. So he's back. Nashville, good win as a home dog there to the Preds. Not sure if they deserved it. I didn't really watch any of it, but just looking at the shots on goal, it was 32-17 for the Avs there.
Morris's best game of the season. I watched a lot of that game.
Nice. We had Seattle at plus 200. They were against the Panthers. Big 2-1 win there. Not sure if the Cord started that one, but
he did.
Can is a game winner. Ducks, another big underdog here, plus 170 in Boston. They were winning. Boston came back to tie it. And I think it was Leo Carlson won that one in overtime for Anaheim. Jets minus 130. I was sweating this one out pretty good. That one went to a shootout after the Blues took a lead late in the third period. Jets tied it up in the final minute. But my only loss was Carolina minus 122 to those Maple Leafs, who I have at 2-1 to win the division, and they're now even money. So I mean, I guess I'll take that. A loss here for hopefully a win in the long run.
Yeah, you got good equity building there, but not so much with your minus 320 Vancouver Canucks make the playoffs.
No, I still don't believe in the Flames, though. I don't believe in the Flames.
Utah's coming too.
Okay.
Yeah, not a good weekend for the old Nucks, but myself had a lot of the same stuff. Wild, I slept through that one. Capitals watched quite a bit of that one. Nice, comfortable win, as you mentioned. Seattle, same thing. As you said, I think it was just a 2-1 win there. Nashville again, Ducks again, Hurricanes. Yeah, they got stomped in the first period thanks to real shaky goaltending. And then Stolarz was elite for most of this game. They had the Leafs almost sleeped it up there. It was 4-0 late in the third, like 8 minutes left, and then the Hurricanes scored 3 goals in like 2 minutes. So the Leafs had to sweat up with the goalie pulled, but somebody scored with the empty netter. So we have 5-3 there for the Leafs. Canadians against the Senators. That was a nice one there. Anticipated Brady Tkachuk being out. So line moved fairly strongly in our favor. Good win there. I was also sweating that Jets game. I had the over though, not the Jets. They were 5.5 there. The Blues scored. And as you mentioned, the Jets scored with like 30 seconds left to get it to overtime and 7 goals. So that was nice of them. Coyotes lost there. They were playing. Who were they playing? The Kings, I want to say. Yeah. Don't watch much of this one because I was watching the Canucks and the Knights. Canucks, I thought the Quinn Hughes would play. Yeah, he did not. So this line did not move in my favor. Quite the opposite, in fact. And they looked. They were better in this game than they were against Coyotes on Sunday. But without Quinn Hughes, the offense is just stuck in mud, which is why the under 5.5 was never in doubt. I think 2-1 or might have been 3-1 if the goalie pulled. But so very good day. And we're back in the black finally.
Yeah, I did. I know it probably doesn't matter that much, but was Pedersen out that game as well? I saw.
No, he played. If you can call it playing, he might as well have been out.
Yeah, I saw he has like 4 shots on goal in 6 February games, which is not very good for.
He was on a breakaway against the Coyotes, and he shot the puck like 3 feet over the net.
That's good stuff there. All right, March is coming up, so we got March Madness, promo code Madness for 20% off anything in the SGPN store. Got some good Hockey Gambling Podcast merch in there, hats and hoodies. So make sure you check them out. All right, Joel, anything you want to touch on before we get into this Big 12 game slate for Tuesday?
Well, I'm glad I didn't do the rational thing. What I thought the rational thing was and take the Slim Jim on Saturday because, we got some crazy games there. So finally a salami cashed. And, it was more like hockey we were seeing in October, with the guys rested and pretty sloppy and rusty as well. But that helps the offense more. So, we saw some crazy high-scoring games on both Saturday and Sunday. So that's something that's could be a trend in the next little bit there. So look for more overs in the short term, possibly. And once again, the away teams did better than the home teams. So, but they still lost the plus 2.5 with the away goals thing, just because there were so many blowouts on them, like the Sabres, for instance.
The Rangers just did not show up.
Yeah, so that's but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, definitely keep an eye out on that. Definitely a lot of high scoring games. So that's a good point there. All right, then let's get into this 12 game slate for Tuesday, February 25th. Starting things off with the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 120 at the Philadelphia Flyers minus 142. Over 5.5 is minus 125. Under 5.5 plus 105. You called it Saturday. You like the Flyers. I like the Oilers, and the Flyers are healthy again. And when they're healthy, they tend to play pretty well, especially up to their competition. So big win there, 6-3. Shots were 32-18. Pittsburgh now lost on both Saturday and Sunday. That game on Sunday against the Rangers, I'm not sure if you watched any of it. I guess not, but they ended up outshooting them 41-15. I think the Rangers had like 1 shot on goal in the second period, and the Rangers won 5-3. So, Rangers. I mean, just... it's awful there on both sides. And Flyers beat the Penguins at home going into the break. So I like the Flyers here. Flyers minus 142. Sam Erson's playing well. As I said, Flyers are healthy. Michkov is rejuvenated here. He had a great start to the season. He was like a point per game player in his first 27 games or so. So good to see. Expect to see him show up here in this one. So Flyers minus 142. The Penguins are just in shambles right now. 10-15-5 on the road. Brian Rust is out with an illness. Grzelcyk is day-to-day. Sidney Crosby isn't 100%. So, like the Flyers here at home quite a bit at minus 142.
The side, I think I kind of like the Pens, just a gut instinct here. There's 2 bad losses. I think they rebound. Like you said, they were the better team. against the Rangers. Flyers, of course, do a little bit of rest, but that's not as big of a deal when they're just coming off the 2 weeks. But yeah, the side, I'm not touching this side, but I do like the total. I like the over 5.5. The Flyers have I think they got the worst save percentage in the league this season.
Probably.
Yeah, it's let me look it up here. Yeah, the worst. And the Penguins are the second worst. So there we go. We got two shitty goaltending teams here, and neither are particularly good defensively. Yeah, so I love the over 5.5 here at -125 even. So yeah, let's get some goals here. Both teams have been involved in high scoring games on the weekend too. So let's hope that keeps up.
Yeah, good call there on the over. I meant to mention that you can get over 6 -105, but if you want to pay the juice, I guess 125 is not too bad. All right, down to 7 o'clock again here. Got this Calgary Flames +170 at the Washington Capitals -205. Capitals puck line is +124. Over 5.5 -125. Under 5.5 +105. Joel, what do you got here?
Well, the Capitals scored 15 goals in 2 games on the weekend. Their offense looks pretty unstoppable, even though maybe unsustainable considering they have the best shooting percentage in the league. Second most is the Sabres for some reason. I was surprised to see that today.
That's wild.
Yeah, they deserve to be better placed in the standings with the second best shooting percentage. Anyway, this game though, I don't really have a play. I mean, the Flames are just at home, traveling over to the East Coast a couple days later, and the Capitals are red hot. So yeah, but -205 is just too much, and maybe just do the over 3.5, the team total with the Caps. But again, Flames goaltending has been really good. Dustin Wolf has been outstanding. One of the better rookie goalies we've seen in a while. But yeah, this was not one that I bet. The total, definitely not looking under in a Capitals game right now, though. So yeah, this is not the game I'm betting.
Yeah, I was just looking up the team total over 3.5 odds as you were talking there. -110. I feel like that's probably the best angle here for the Capitals. I feel like they scored 7, scored 8 going into the break. They scored 4, 4, 6, 4, and 4. They won in Calgary 3-1. We know Dustin Wolf is better at home than they are on the road. So yeah, I think the Capitals keep rolling here, but yeah, not confident enough to take the over under either way. I mean, Dustin Wolf could throw up a good game. Logan Thompson as well for the Caps. So staying away from the total, but I guess if you had to play a side, I would play Caps puck line at +124, but I think the team total over 3.5 or maybe a race to 4 to get plus odds would be a good look here for the Caps. All right, down to 7 o'clock again here. Got the Carolina Hurricanes -198 at the Montreal Canadiens +164. Under 6.5 -135. Over 6.5 +114 here. We still got this weird rivalry due to the Kotkaniemi offer sheet that is now really handcuffed to her. It's hurt the Hurricanes more than it hurt the Canadiens at this point because he is definitely not living up to that contract. But I mean, the Canes have won the last 9 meetings now. Montreal hasn't really been able to do too much against them. Canes coming off a bad loss, really, in Toronto. Got outshot 34-21, which is not typical of them, but I don't know if I can trust them -200 here. They're under 500 on the road, 12-14-3. Montreal is about 500 at home here. So if anything, the Habs at home, but I want to see if this line goes up. Maybe a look to the under. You see Brind'Amour getting to crack down after allowing 5-6 goals, but probably a pass game for me.
I bet the Canadiens here. I think that they're a streaky team. They had a good game against the Senators. Thoroughly outplayed them. And let's hope they go on another run here. And I think that there's a good chance of that happening. They're dogs for a reason. The Hurricanes are a much better team, but I like the price. +164, pretty good there. And the Hurricanes, like you mentioned, are a very mid-road team. So, yeah, I kind of like the Habs here at home. Quite like the Habs here at home. Total, yeah, I won't argue with your under, I guess. Habs are, bad goaltending again and bad defense. So, yeah, I'm not touching the total, but definitely betting the home squad here.
All right, we are brought to you by Edge Boost. SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And you know your money is secure because it's FDIC insured. The best part is no credit checks and it's completely free. Sign up today and use the promo code SGPN so you get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. Edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet every sport, plus props for every game in a live dealer casino. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right, down to 7 o'clock again here. Got the Anaheim Ducks plus 164 at the Buffalo Sabres minus 198. Under 6.5 minus 125. Over 6.5 plus 105 here. Joel, what you got?
I got the same price here with the Ducks plus 164. I think that these are fairly equal teams, and the Ducks are playing a little better than the Sabres are right now, even though the Sabres, coming off a big win there against the Rangers. But yeah, that was not so much their quality, more like the Rangers just not showing up, still being in Mexico or something on vacation. Yeah, give me the Ducks here. They played a tight game with the Red Wings. Maybe deserved a little better than they got. The Red Wings were able to capitalize on 2 really dumb penalties in the first period, and that kind of put the game out of reach early on, despite the Ducks coming back to tie it and unfortunately losing in overtime. We had the Ducks in that one as well. Yeah, again, it's huge dogs, these mid teams. Give me them all day long. I think it should be closer to a pick 'em. Maybe Sabres are slightly favored, but yeah, you're getting a good price here with the Ducks, who are in fine form. And yeah, better goaltending. You got the offense finally going. Defense is still pretty strong. So yeah, I don't understand this line. I think the Ducks should be get a lot more respect here. And the total, yeah, I mean, the Ducks have been involved in these higher scoring games, notably against the Red Wings, but that was purely game state, having to catch up from being 3 goals down. So yeah, I'll stick with the under 6.5 maybe, but again, I've not bet that total. Just give me the Ducks money line.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there on the Ducks. I mean, have a better record than the Sabres. They're hockey 500 on the road, 12-12-5, and they're playing well. I mean, it's going to be the 3rd game in 4 nights, all with travel, so maybe that'll catch up to them. Trevor Zegras, I think, suspended for 3 games for his shoulder to the head there in that Detroit game.
What a stupid play that was.
Maybe he's trying to show some of his toughness to get traded somewhere else.
Right.
That was a bad play by him. I think he was only playing like 3rd line wing anyway, so it shouldn't be a huge loss with McTavish and Carlson and Gauthier and Vetrano, all of those guys there. Also worth noting that John Gibson is out with an injury, and the Ducks just traded for Ville Husso. So Ducks overs are going to be definitely a good bet if Husso is starting, but I imagine Dostal might get this one. He came in for the 3rd period on Saturday and then started Sunday, but I can't imagine they'll start Husso less than 24 hours after acquiring him. But yes, the Sabres should not be minus 200 against the Ducks. I don't even think they should be minus 200 against the Sharks or Blackhawks. And San Jose is up 1-0 in Winnipeg right now, so it just shows a parity here.
I threw a few bucks on him, 4-1.
I saw they were plus 400. I was like, that's almost worth taking there. So yeah, maybe they'll pull that out. Yeah, Ducks here plus 164. I like that. I'd play that probably down to plus 150. As for the total, can't really trust either of these teams either way. If you want some sort of fun play, maybe take an overtime, take the draw. Anaheim's gone to overtime in 3 straight. They've gone to overtime, I think, 15 games this season. Sabres haven't gone to overtime recently, but interconference game, things could get wild there. So Ducks and maybe a small play on the tie. All right, down to 7 o'clock again. Here, got the Dallas Stars minus 175. At the Columbus Blue Jackets, plus 145. Under 6.5, minus 125. Over 6.5, plus 105 here. I want to find a way to take the Jackets here, but I just think plus 145 is a bit too low. It is the 3rd game in 4 nights for Dallas, who were in New Jersey and on Long Island and now going up to Columbus. Jason Robertson coming off a hat trick. Of course, Tyler Sagan's still out. Heiskanen's still out for them. Columbus getting kind of healthier now. Chinakhov and Monahan's still out, but they still have They're big guns outside of them. Dallas, 2 good road wins already in New Jersey and on Long Island. This is kind of calling to me as a pass game here. I'm seeing the Stars minus 165 elsewhere. I might be able to pull the trigger on that. They're decent on the road, 17, 11, and 1, but we know Columbus is great at home. So this is kind of just a pass game and wait and see what happens with these two.
3 dogs in a row for me. Give me the Jackets here. I mentioned it. Good home team. Stars were, they were. What was the first one? They beat the Islanders on Sunday, and they beat the who did they play on Saturday? Fuck, I forget.
The Devils.
Oh yeah, I didn't see any of that game, so I got no point there. I just think that the Jackets deserve a little bit more respect here at home. You got to look at these home road splits with teams that have such decisive differences in them. So. Yeah, that means something to me. So I like the Jackets here, plus 145. Peskinen again. Yeah, he's a massive loss there on the blue line. Thomas Harley, of course, is a huge stand-in. They didn't really have a guy his quality when Heiskanen was missing in the playoffs a couple years ago. But, yeah, give me the Jackets here, plus 145. I think that they are a very live dog here. And the total, 6.5, plus 105, kind of like the over. The Jackets have a pretty good offense considering their mid-team in general, and we know the Stars could score as well. And a bit unfortunate, bit unlucky in terms of their offensive output to date. And yeah, I don't really trust the goaltending right now. Ottinger is very inconsistent again. So over 6.5, and the Blue Jackets, I think they're correlated as well. I think the Jackets need to score to get the win here.
Yeah, shout out Trevor in the chat asking if we're going to do an underdog round robin today. Maybe you got at least 3. Yes. You got at least 3.
Damn, we should have done that on Friday. It would have been a good one.
Yeah, definitely. That would have been great with those dogs. All right, down to 7 o'clock again here. Got the Maple Leafs minus 142 at the Boston Bruins, plus 120. Over 5.5, minus 125. Under 5.5, plus 105. Joel, I can't imagine you're going for a 4th dog here, are you?
Well, traditionally, I would back the Bruins at home against the Leafs, but the Leafs are rolling right now. They played 2 good games, albeit against weaker competition in the Blackhawks. But you mentioned it earlier. They played a pretty strong game against the Hurricanes, despite the late scare in the 3rd period. And the Bruins are just, they're just not the same team. Missing McAvoy and Lindholm, that just makes their blue line, which was their biggest strength, I thought, other than the goaltending, into a weakness. Because the blue line depth is pretty pitiful now. With Carlo and Lowry being their best defenders. Zadorov, he's been bad. Give me the Leafs here, minus 142. Think that they are the far superior team. And then, like the Marner, Matthews have confidence coming off that face-off thing and just being in Boston a few days ago. So, give me the Leafs here. I think that they're going to keep rolling. Total, under 5.5, plus 105. I don't really get that. Leafs have had stellar goaltending, especially with Stolarz. And the Bruins goaltending has been, their lone strength, ever since the start of the season. So, had a slow start. But, the under 5.5, I don't know why it's plus money. I think that this will be a tight divisional, tightly checked game.
Yeah, I'm not quite with you on I did see Korpisalo is probable, according to Goalie Post. I'm not sure if that's gospel at all, but I mean, it might be Swayman. It should be Swayman, I would imagine here. But yeah, like you said, Bruins, not much defense there in front of them without McAvoy and Lindholm now both out for long term. And yeah, Leafs 6-3 against Carolina, 5-2 there at Chicago on the back-to-back. 2 easy game. Not an easy game against Carolina, but an easy game there on Sunday. So didn't exert too much energy. And yeah, minus 140, minus 142 here, just way too low, I think, for the Leafs. They've already beat them twice. They were in Toronto, 4-0 and 6-4. One of those games, Matthew Nyes had a hat trick, so maybe look for a Matthew Nyes goal. He did score in the other one as well. But yeah, Toronto minus 142. I might even sprinkle Toronto puck line at plus 180. They've been winning by margin as of late. Boston kept it close against Anaheim going to overtime, have a few 1-goal losses there, but I could see Toronto trying to pour it on here a bit in Boston. All right, down to 7:30 now. Got the Edmonton Oilers minus 108 at the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 112. Under 6.5 minus 130 with the over 6.5 at plus 110 here. Should be a pretty good matchup here. I think Tampa Bay is mostly healthy. Yeah, just a backup goalie hurt for them. Edmonton's healthy besides Vander Kane, who we know is going to be out. So should be a pretty good matchup here. Edmonton going to be their third game in 4 days with some decent travel from Philly down to DC, now down to Tampa. They've allowed 13 goals in their last 2 games. Tampa coming off a big 4-1 win against Seattle as a pretty big favorite there on Sunday. Seattle was on the back-to-back, so kind of expected that one. I think game was kind of close for a while though, with Tampa Bay not pulling away until late. So, but nevertheless, I like the Lightning here at home. Better rested. Kucherov is got to be raring to go after a long break. Point as well. So, yeah, Lightning 19-7-2 at home. Edmonton 16-9-2 on the road. Yeah, it's a pick 'em. I think the Lightning are a better team right now, playing better. So I'll take them here at home.
Agree with all that. It was a close game. I know because I had the -1.5 with the Bolts. So thankfully they were able to pull it away there in the third period. Vasilevsky though, he's the reason. I thought the Kraken were better than I expected them to be in that game. But Vasilevsky had one of his best games of the season, no doubt. He's been putting it on lately. Kind of makes me interested in Lightning futures. Like, I don't know, division. They have a lot of games coming up, so they could be at a disadvantage rest-wise. But conference, maybe even cup, something to look at because the rest of the East is just so gettable. I want to have some action there somewhere. In this game too. Give me the Lightning. They didn't have the best game on Sunday, but great performances from Braden Point. He was a bit unlucky to score a couple times. Kucherov, of course, doing his thing. And I think that they get job done here against really Oilers have not looked good at all coming off the break. So I think Lightning keep it rolling here and get the W. Give me the over 6.5 as well. I know the Oilers played better defensively this year, but a Lightning game, I think they'll open that up and we'll get a lot of skill on the ice. And I don't expect the same level of quality from Vasilevsky. It's pretty hard to repeat that kind of performance, especially against a team with more firepower in the Oilers. So I think we could see a shootout here in Tampa Bay. So Lightning money on over 6.5.
Interesting point there on the Lightning futures. I was looking at the Stanley Cup odds recently, and they were pretty much in line with who I thought could potentially win. But seeing the Lightning here at 20-1, they had a longer off season than normal. They got Vasi, they have Hedman, they have Point, they have Kucherov. They have $5 million in deadline cap space, so they're always a team that's looking to make a deal. So that's definitely a good point there. I'm not sure what the division is looking like right now, like you said, but I know some books offer like team to win a playoff round, team to win one playoff series, Lightning even money. So
like that.
Yeah, we'll see who they end up playing because they could end up playing Florida, and then we'll see if they have Kachuk or whatnot. But that's definitely something to watch.
The total just moved 8 cents. So once again, HCP moving lines.
All right, down to the other 7:30 game. I got the New York Rangers -108 at the New York Islanders -112. Over 5.5 -125. Under 5.5 +105. Joel, what do you got?
I got the Isles in this historic rivalry game. Rangers have just been just bad team. They had a nice couple streaks at some couple points in the season, but in general they are not playing good hockey. Once again, their 5-on-5 play is a weakness, and they're being carried by Shesterkin, and their power play to a lesser extent it hasn't been as good as in years past, largely thanks to Adam Fox falling off and Chris Kreider looking older, and Panarin not being quite the start he was last year. So Islanders, they'll be off for this game at home, of course, on the island. So, pick them game. I think the Islanders are playing like the better team right now. So, I bet the Islanders. And the total, it's a Rangers game, so you automatically look to the over, but it's also an Islanders game where you look to the under. I think in this kind of rivalry game, though, we'll see a bit slower pace here. So give me the under 5.5 as well as the Islanders. They're pretty correlated too. Like if the Islanders win, it's probably going to be Sorokin having a good game.
Yeah, I wanted to pull the trigger on the Islanders here, but I mean, then I remembered Barzal, Dobson both still out for them. But I mean, I guess they still, trudge along somehow with their grinded out type of hockey and just sit back and let Sorokin pile up the save. So yeah, if I were to play a side here, it would be the Isles -112. You can't trust the Rangers at all right now. I know they somehow won in Pittsburgh, but that was against I'm assuming that Nedeljkovic was in net for them, or I think it was Blomqvist actually, but they're both equally as bad, and should be Sorokin here for the rivalry matchup. So may end up joining you there on the Isles.
It was probably both, considering they scored 7 goals. It could have been
very well could have been. Yeah, very well could have been. Right, we are brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is throwing an epic March Madness party, and you're invited. All Rhythm users are invited to a first floor watch party Wednesday, March 19th at the awesome Stadium Swim at Circa Las Vegas. Free drinks, plus you get to hang out with the guys from Sports Gambling Podcast and the College Experience. Rhythm is also giving away a $250 March Madness future for one lucky Rhythm user. Just sign up for your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Come by and use Rhythm to help you fill out your bracket and make some bets while you're there. Free party plus a chance at a $250 future bet. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for details. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party. And Underdog, NBA, NHL, college basketball, whatever your sport, you can cash in big with Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. So sign up with promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code HGP.
I was thinking of the Saturday game where the Capitals scored 8 goals. That's when Blomqvist and Nedeljkovic played.
Yeah, I mean the Penguin or the Rangers still got 5 on them, so it could have been.
Yeah, and what did you say? 15 shots or something?
Yeah, something insane like that. All right, down to 8:00 here. I got the Florida Panthers -148 at the Nashville Predators +124. Over 5.5 -130. Under 5.5 +110 here. I know I'm fading the Panthers long term with Matthew Tkachuk's injury kind of being mysterious right now. I saw Paul Maurice went on the radio this morning, said he'll be back sometime this year. There was reporting over the weekend that he'll be out the rest of the season. So I imagine he'll tough it out and come back for the playoffs. But even without him, I think Florida's still just a much better team than the Predators here. I know you said Saros had a great game on Saturday, but then they went out and lost 5-0 to the Devils at home. Florida coming off, tough 2-1 loss to Seattle there. We were on the Kraken there on Saturday. I'm going with Florida here, -148, -150 some shops. I think that's fine. Just a much better team. They're as good as they are at home as they are away. Nashville is better at home, but I still don't believe in them. So give me the Cats here at -148.
I took a little Nashville. They were lucky to win on Saturday, largely thanks to UC Saros. I thought that they were a far inferior team against the Avalanche in that one. But they were, I don't know, they might have not been a better team against the Devils on Sunday, but they certainly were better than the 5-0 goal line suggests. So, yeah, third game, 4 nights here. I'm not too concerned. I think that they are a good home dog here. Panthers, traditionally and still currently a much better team at home than on the road. And, yeah, without Matthew Tkachuk is a big deal. They weren't overly impressive against the Kraken. Might have deserved at least a point in that one, but still. Give me the Predators +124. They are, they're a streaky team here, and I think that they can get this win against the Panthers, who are a bit banged up.
All right, down to 8:00 again here. Got the Detroit Red Wings +120 at the Minnesota Wild -142. Over 5.5 -122. Under 5.5 +102. Joel, what do you got here?
Well, we just saw this game in Detroit, of course, two of my favorite teams naturally. But yeah, I was sleeping through that game. But this one, yeah, you tell me. I don't know what happened on that Sunday game.
I was at the Flyers game, so I have no idea either.
Wait, that was
Saturday. The Flyers played at 1.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, regardless, I slept through it. Yes, you're right. Yeah, but it's the Red Wings, so naturally we're gonna look to fade them. They're also losing. They lost Rasmussen on that hit. Was that that was the Zegers hit? Right?
I think that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Rasmussen, and they lost someone else I saw as well.
Seeing Cops out too.
Yeah, that's who it was. So yeah, they're a bit banged up as well. Wild are getting a little healthier. Gus Gustafsson, I think, has already been confirmed. I believe I saw that. So give me the Wild here, minus 142, far superior team. We know the Red Wings are, one of the luckier teams in the league. Just reliant on that power play, way too reliant on it. Like they have a really bad shooting percentage, but for some reason on the power play, they're second in the league shooting percentage. So I don't know. Riddle me that. Give me the Wild, minus 142, just a better team. And yeah, under 5.5 here. Hopefully the Red Wings offense slows down finally, and they just stop getting all those lucky bounces. So Minnesota Wild minus 142, under 5.5, plus 102.
Yeah, this game's interesting because they did just play Saturday. Detroit was minus 135 at home. Now they're plus 120 on the road. I know we just said they're missing two of their forwards, but I don't know if they're that big enough to make that big of a jump. They do have a rest disadvantage as well, as they played Sunday, another game that went to overtime against the Ducks there. I don't know. The Red Wings look more and more like they're going to be one of the teams in the East to get a wild card because no one else wants to make the playoffs besides them. So that's not good for our futures there. But yeah, I think the Wild here, they've learned to cope without Kaprizov. So that's the way I would look here, minus 142. I was slightly looking to the over, though, as well, minus 122. Detroit's played a bunch of over games in a row. I know it's Gustafsson, and he's better, but Minnesota's also been scoring a bit after their back-to-back shutouts. But I haven't bet either of those, so I would take your point stronger if you have bet those. So probably going to end up being a pass game for me. All right, down to 8 p.m. again here. We got the Seattle Kraken plus 120 at the Seattle Blues minus 142. Over under is at 5.5, with both paying off minus 110 here. Both teams played Saturday and Sunday. Seattle winning in Florida, then losing in Tampa. St. Louis losing in a shootout to Winnipeg. We talked about that, and then beating Colorado there 3-1. I believe it was Binnington on Sunday in that one. Yes, it was. This Stezka is who was in net for Seattle on Sunday. Alice Stezka is their backup now, I guess, here. But I imagine
he was all right. Yeah. I watched that game.
I imagine it'll be Decord versus Binnington here, which is why it's a 5.5 at minus 110. I don't know. I don't have a good read on either of these teams. I don't think the Blues are that good. They're definitely going to be selling off some pieces. Seattle is not good on the road, though, here. So if anything, St. Louis at home, but I think minus 142 is a bit too much for me. Would look to the under 5.5, minus 110. Don't really trust either of these teams to score too much. But once again, neither of those are really strong plays.
No, I got nothing for this one either, really. The Kraken thought that they had a pretty decent weekend, deserved a little better in Tampa maybe, but they got a little lucky, I guess, on Saturday against the Panthers. Jordy Cordoso was phenomenal there. And of course, he should be playing in this one. Blues, Binnington, he was pretty good again against the Avalanche. I thought that the Avs were the better team in that one, but once again, just failed to convert their chances. And so this, I don't know, it's a toss-up for me. The Blues, I just hate backing the Blues. I don't really like how they play and all that, but I can't really keep faith in the Kraken either. I mean, if I had to play a side, I would take the plus 120 with the road dog, but it's not a game. Oh wait, I did bet something. I bet the under 5.5. That's right. Yeah, because I believe in the goaltending of both teams. Both offenses are pretty pitiful. And I think it'll be a close, tight game. Maybe the draw is in play as well. But the under 5.5 is my favorite bet in this one.
All right, down to the final game on the docket at 9:00. No late games here. We got the Chicago Blackhawks plus 205 at the Utah Yotes minus 250. Under 6.5 minus 130. Over 6.5 plus 110. Joel, close it out.
Right, yeah, Blackhawks still a really bad team. Losing pretty handsomely twice on the weekend. I'm not lying, am I? They did play Saturday. I'm pretty sure they got smoked by
Columbus and Toronto. Yes.
Yeah, Columbus killed them. The hockey club they're competitive there against LA, and then more than competitive against the Canucks. Totally dominated the Vancouver. I think that they only had like 13, 14 shots, something ridiculously low against the Coyotes. So yeah, they're playing some good hockey now. Dylan Guenther being healthy is helping their offense out. Logan Cooley was good. Clayton Keller was good against Vancouver. And yeah, I think they keep rolling here, but the price is prohibitive. Even against the Blackhawks, minus 250 is a little too steep. So I'd look to the team total because I like the over 6.5 in this one. I know I just said the Blackhawks offense isn't very good, but the hockey club do let in more goals than they should, perhaps. And I just mentioned their offense. So my favorite play, I guess, would be the team total over or just the over in general. I do think that we'll see some more goals in this one.
Yeah, that might be the way to play it. Like you said, minus 250 is way too high to take the Yotes here. The puck line's only plus 102, and they don't typically win by 2 goals. A lot of close wins in their recent ones there, including an overtime and the shootout. But yeah, team total over 3.5 is minus 135. I think that's much better than puck line or money line there. If you want to take the Yotes, that's the way I would do it. Jason Dickinson is out for the Blackhawks, who is kind of a key player for them. He's the top line, second line center for them. So yeah, Blackhawks just down bad. Go for a top 3 pick again, and see what they can do next year. So Yotes team total right there with you. All right, that's the 12-game slate on Tuesday, February 25th. Anything else before we get into puck bucks?
No, I don't really have much else. Been looking at the awards markets, but I think they're fairly solid. Other than I don't know, there's still some meat on the bone with Celebrini. I just think that it's a done deal. But minus 300 or so is just getting up there. So I was staying away. Other than maybe just little parlay pieces here and there, but yeah, nothing too much going on.
What's this take on Quinn in Vancouver? Because I see Makar here is minus 145 some places, plus 100 other places, and Quinn Hughes is like plus 220.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Is it worth taking Makar?
Well, it depends. If Quinn Hughes' injury, he keeps missing games, then yeah, because I don't think Werenski's going to win. But yeah, we're kept in the dark. Like he was supposed to play in the final of the Four Nations thing, and then he was supposed to play on Saturday. He's out there, so it's just very mysterious. He's apparently got a core injury on oblique, as well as the hand issue he's been fighting for most of the season. So yeah, he's pretty banged up, and yeah, they really need him. We'll see if he plays on Wednesday. But yeah, I would wait to see if he's confirmed that he's going to play before back in Quinn, because I do think that he still has the best chance to win as long as he doesn't miss too many more games. Yeah, Makar, it's just I don't want to take him at minus money, considering it's even a 3-horse race. So I'll give Werenski a chance now. Like he's been playing unreal. The Blue Jackets do have a legit chance to make the playoffs, surprisingly. So I'm not ruling him out as I once was. So yeah, Makar, yeah, right now maybe if Hughes misses like 3 or 4 more games, so he could just take the lead. But as of at this moment, I would stay away.
Yeah, I don't think I have too much equity in the Norris market, so I might. I mean, if I can find a Makar plus 100, actually, I might just take that and then see what happens with Hughes, because I agree with you. I don't think Werenski really should have a chance, but I mean, he has the most even strength points with 40. Quinn Hughes is 37. Makar is 36. He's 4 goals behind Makar, 2 points. So maybe the high scoring Blue Jackets can get there, but I mean, Nate just has completely transformed that top line, top unit for the Avs. So I think Makar is going to keep going too. So, yeah. So if you're not in the market, I probably would grab Makar plus 100 before it, fully goes to minus 140, minus 150, but not too much on that. All right, let's do some puck buck bets now. I have just a small card here. Got 6 bets here, 6 bets, 5 teams. I have the Flyers minus 142 for 30 puck bucks. The Ducks plus 164 for 20 puck bucks. Maple Leafs minus 142 for 30. Maple Leafs puck line plus 180 for 10. Tampa Bay minus 112 for 25. And Florida minus 148 for 30.
I will go with the Leafs Bruins under 5.5 plus 110, 20 puck bucks. Give me the Montreal Canadiens plus 170, 15 puck bucks. Blue Jackets plus 145, 20 puck bucks. Ducks plus 164, 20 puck bucks. Penguins, Flyers over 5.5, -125, 25 bucks. Lightning money line -112, 20 bucks. Islanders money line -112, 20 bucks. Do I double down on this one? Rangers, Islanders under 5.5 +105, 15 bucks. It's a small one there. Predators +124, 20 bucks. Wow, I got a lot of bets. Kraken, Blues under 5.5 -112, 20 bucks. And finally, just give me the over 6.5 in the Blackhawks Utah game +110, 20 bucks. And for our fun round robin, of course, we'll go with the let's
Probably
see,
these three: Montreal, Columbus, Anaheim, and then Preds.
yeah. Let's just do that.
That's round robin there. So that's the there's a puck bets there. 46-minute mark of the YouTube video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on YouTube as well. Subscribe, leave a 5-star rating on Apple and Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord, and follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
I'm Joel Meyer, and you'll find me even more invested in the Oklahoma City Thunder now with the injury to Victor Wembanyama. The Defensive Player of the Year is wide open, so the Thunder have the best defense in the league. So I took some Lou Dort at 20-1, SGA 30-1, and hopefully one of them just gets more attention in the media than they've been getting so far. So yeah, there's a vacuum now in that market. So very excited to see the Thunder keep on winning, and their defense is historic. So I just need one of those guys to step up and get the attention, and we're good.
You worried about the Luka Lakers in the West now?
No.
In the playoffs? No.
Their defense is terrible. I mean, I think I'd rather have Luka on the Lakers than with the Mavericks. It's just the Mavericks beat the Thunder last year in the playoffs, and they just, we'll see. They did look very good against the Nuggets on Saturday, so maybe a little bit concerned, but I'll be okay. Thunder gonna roll.